complicated words. Why? Because just like Satan, everything that was simple, they make mysterious. By artful perversion, cast doubt upon the plainest statements of Jehovah. Something that is very plain, he will inject doubt, just like when he tempted Eve. He adds a word here or a word there, and it will have a different meaning. It will have a different meaning. And his high position, so closely connected with the divine government, gave greater force to his representation. That is why in the judgment, the pastors, those in positions of trust in the church, their sins will be 10 times graver. Why? Because of their influence. Because God gave them the privilege of saying the truth. And it is natural for people to listen to those in high position. It is natural, just like the angels. Because Satan or Lucifer was also their commander next to Christ. They, without doubt, thought that everything that is saying is true. That's why when Satan tries to break apart the church, he will not use those common members with small influence. He will use those people who are influential. Because if he is able to get that influential person, there will always be sympathizers who will go with him in his rebellion against God. So, we can only just rely on God. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm. The discord which his own course and had caused in heaven, Satan charged upon the government of God. So his agents also, Satan's agents will also not accept the reality that they have caused discord, that they have caused problems. They will say, oh, that's not me. It was their own choice. And worse comes to worse, he will point someone else as the cause of the discord. Just like Satan, he charged God for the discord that is happening in heaven. All evil he declared to be the result of the divine administration. He claimed that it was his own object to improve upon the statutes of Jehovah. Therefore, God permitted him to demonstrate the nature of his claims, to show the working out of his proposed changes in the divine law. His own work must condemn him. So this is why God is very patient. He lets things happen or unfold. And many times people will not understand and question, why must this happen? Why must this happen? But God is all-knowing. He knows that if at that instant he removes Satan, The doubts in the minds of the other angels will not be removed. To the angels who are loyal to him, there will be a seed of doubt that will remain. And again, it will grow, and sin will once again come. That is why God is permitting evil to show what evil really is. So that when the time comes, nobody in the whole universe can say that God was wrong in burning Satan in hell. Satan had claimed from the first that he was not in rebellion. The whole universe must see the deceiver and mask. So since Satan and his agents' work is working in shadows, working under the table, their true nature cannot be readily seen. There will be a need for them to fully manifest what they are. There will really be a need for them to manifest who they are. And there will be those who will side with the wrong, but we can only hope that we ourselves will side with God. I pray for that. A lesson for us. Satan's rebellion was to be a lesson to the universe through all coming ages, a perpetual testimony to the nature of sin and its terrible results. So that is why we are studying this right now. Because from this history of what happened in heaven, we can learn things, and hopefully it will help us decide for God. The working out of Satan's rule, its effects upon both men and angels, would show what must be the fruit of setting aside the divine authority. It would testify that with the existence of God's government is bound up the well-being of all the creatures He has made. Thus, the history of this terrible experiment of rebellion was to be a perpetual safeguard to all holy angel beings, to prevent them from being deceived as to the nature of transgression, to save them from committing sin and suffering its penalty. So, may we learn the lessons. May we learn the lessons. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. So let us be wary of this little thing called pride. It goes a long way, and we will fall if this remains in us. And hopefully we can overcome this. And for I know this, Acts 20:29 and 30. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. And also of your own self shall men arise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them. The most dangerous enemies that we can encounter is from the inside, from the church itself. Just like Satan was really in heaven, he was standing beside God as the covering cherub. And he drew with him 1/3 of the angels. So hopefully we will be wide awake and able to watch and pray that we might be saved. And hopefully we can educate others also that they also might be saved. So uh, this is where our study